Hi guys, today we are going to look at mixed numbers and improper fractions. Now a mixed number is just that. It's a mixture of a whole number and a fraction. An improper fraction is when your numerator is bigger than your denominator. That is an improper fraction and that is a mixed number. If we wanted an example of a proper fraction, it would be that the denominator is bigger than the numerator. That would be a proper fraction. Now, you must be able to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction and to convert an improper fraction into a mixed number. Now, the way to do that is you take your whole number and you times it by the bottom number, the denominator. So you will say 1 times 2 is 2. You will say 1 times 2 is 2 plus the top one, which is 3 over 2. Remember, we don't change the denominator. Now this is exactly the same as that. That's why we have an equal sign, because let's test it. 2 goes into 3 once. So you've used 2 and there's a remainder of 1 over 2, which is the same thing. If we look at the next one, you take 2 times your denominator. So 2 times 5 is 10. And you plus the top one. So that is 13 over 5. To make sure it's the same thing, how many times does 5 go into 13? 5, 10. So it's 2. I had 13 and I only used 10. So I have a remainder of 3 and my denominator stay the same. Let's look at the next one. Remember to change a mixed number. A mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. To change a mixed number to an improper fraction, we take the whole number times the denominator. So 5 times 10 is 50. And you plus the top number. So that will be 52 over 10. To prove that it is correct, how many times does 10 go into 52? 5 times, and there's a remainder of 2 over 10. Now changing an improper fraction to a mixed number is exactly the same, you just do it the opposite way. So you have no whole number here, so you're not going to be timesing, you're going to be dividing. So how many times does 2 go into 17? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16, but I had 17. So I have a remainder of 1, and our denominator doesn't change. Now let's test it. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 2, because the denominator doesn't change. How many times to change this improper fraction? Remember, it's an improper fraction because the top number, the numerator, is bigger than the bottom number, the denominator. How many times does 5 go into 29? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it is 5 times. I had 29, but I only used 25. So I have a remainder of 4, and our denominator doesn't change. The last one, we have 46 over 10. How many times can 10 go into 46? 4 times. 10, 20, 30, 40. There's a remainder of 6 over 10. If we wanted to test it again, just to make sure, and go from the mixed number to the improper fraction, we can say 4 times 10 is 40, plus 6 is 46 over 10. So I just want to remind you, to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, you take the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator, and the denominators don't change. To change an improper fraction to a mixed number, you see how many times the denominator can divide into the numerator. And you write the remainder as a fraction.